Hello, and welcome to tonight's exploration of the Phantom Archipelago of Antillia, a mysterious 15th century island of legend. They say it was the real estate deal of the medieval sea. Huge on the map, but impossible to visit. Before we get into it, if you enjoy drifting through nautical mysteries with me, please like, subscribe, and drop a coordinate in the comments. Your location might guide our next journey. Now get comfortable, let your breathing soften, and feel the hush of ocean fog settling all around you. Our story today begins on a Venetian map in 1424, drawn by Zuane Pizzigano. There, far west of Portugal and the Azores, lay a vivid red rectangle labeled Antillia, shaded with bays and dotted with 7 little towns. It might have been a refuge for exiled bishops, a Christian kingdom lost to time. But it also may have represented word-of-mouth reports about lands beyond the sea, possibly the Americas. This island was large, nearly mirror-imaged to Portugal, and it appeared regularly in nautical charts for decades. Straight away, I'll say there's no island there now. As Atlantic exploration increased, Antillia began to vanish from charts. By the time Columbus sailed in 1492, cartographers had replaced it with the real Caribbean islands, and the Phantom Island faded into legend. Yet its story of hopeful cartographers and whispered rumors lingered for centuries after, tucked into the margins of maps as a place of wonder and refuge. Tonight, we track its story in 3 gentle motions: its origin in legend, its cartographic journey across centuries, and its final disappearance. Each phase is real, grounded in historical map evidence and medieval lore. First, the island's origin comes from an Iberian legend of 7 Visigothic bishops fleeing Moorish invaders around 714 AD. According to some chronicles, they sailed west, burned their ships upon reaching a new land, and founded 7 cities in peace. The island became known as the Isle of 7 Cities, an alluring idea for medieval sailors who saw Antillia as a sanctuary. That story was repeated in Portuguese and Spanish tales, influencing explorers who genuinely searched for such a haven in the wide Atlantic. In the 15th century, maps captured the longing. Zuane Pizzigano placed 4 islands together: Antillia, its neighbor Satanazes, and 2 smaller ones, Roilo and Saya. Beccario, a 15th century Genoese cartographer, included them on his 1435 Parma map, labeling them islands newly discovered. The repetition across charts gave Antillia presence, even though no ships had confirmed it. Mapmakers copied each other's boundaries, inked in the possibility of refuge beyond the known seas. This was real cartography, based on hearsay, but catalogued with care. Sailors and scribes debated Antillia's nature. Was it truly west of the Azores, or further south? Portuguese explorers wrote at least 3 expeditions were authorized by King Alfonso V in the 1470s to search for the island. In 1447, Fernão Teles reported landing on an island with 7 towns and Portuguese-speaking inhabitants who said they fled there from Iberia. He described prosperous cities and friendly locals. No physical proof remains, but the report shows Antillia was more than idle fancy. It held weight. King João II granted Teles rights over Antillia, if it existed, granting a kind of medieval deed to a possible continent. For now, Dumo received similar authorization in 1486, while no settlement ever followed. The fact of those deeds shows the historical seriousness of the myth, but as real Atlantic voyages scaled west and south, Antillia began to shrink. Maps started substituting the Canary Islands, Madeira, the Cape Verde group, and later the Caribbean in its place. By the early 16th century, Columbus and Vespucci helped cartographers fill in the Atlantic with real islands and continents instead of phantom ones. Antillia faded, gradually erased. Nonetheless, the name survived in a different form as the Caribbean became the Antilles, echoing Antillia. Sailors who navigated those regions carried the old island's name forward, perhaps without realizing the origin. Their charts still carried a trace of 15th century hope and legend. This transformation from a phantom refuge on medieval maps to the actual Caribbean islands is an echo of maps meeting reality. It's not only geography, but the story of belief. Copy and paste cartography and human yearning to find safety on the horizon. Now let your breathing settle in pace with gentle waves of information. Inhale the curiosity of medieval mapmen. Exhale the calm of knowing that Antillia lives on, not on any chart, but in the currents of our shared exploration of the unknown. As the 16th century unfolded, the Atlantic Ocean ceased to be a sea of whispers. Sailors no longer traced imagined shorelines with trembling fingers or mapped crescent-shaped islands based on rumor. Real lands were emerging. West of the Azores, the coasts of Hispaniola, Cuba, and the Americas stood firm where Antillia was once thought to lie. Cartographers now worked with measured bearings, wind roses, and first-hand journals. There was less need for speculation, and that was precisely when Antillia began to disappear. But it didn't vanish in a single breath. On some maps, it lingered like a fading ink stain. Martin Waldseemüller's 1507 world map, the first to name America, does not include Antillia, marking the shift in what was considered credible. Yet, on lesser-known Portolan charts, it appeared here and there for a few more decades. Each time, its outline grew smaller, its label fainter. By 1570, Abraham Ortelius excluded Antillia from his famous Theatrum Orbis Terrarum, the first modern atlas. Its time had passed. Still, pieces of its legacy remained, stitched quietly into the cultural geography of the New World. Spanish settlers who arrived in the Lesser Antilles carried with them legends that might have echoed earlier ideas of the Isles of the Seven Cities. Stories of golden churches, advanced towns, and mysterious islanders who predated European arrival found resonance among the waves of conquest. The real Caribbean, in its diversity and unknowns, provided fertile ground for older myths to reappear in altered form. The name Antilles itself, now used to describe the entire arch of islands from the Virgin Islands to Trinidad, is thought by many historians to derive directly from Antilia. Though the transformation was gradual and never officially confirmed, the linguistic path makes sense. A name once given to a phantom sanctuary became attached to real lands, full of beauty and hardship, mystery and life. In this way, Antilia did not sink, it simply reshaped. In Portuguese and Spanish nautical circles, the story of the bishops who sailed away from the Moorish invasion was not entirely discarded. Instead, it began to evolve. By the 17th century, elements of the tale merged with others. Stories of Atlantis, the Garden of Hesperides, and even Prester John's kingdom, a mythical Christian land somewhere in Africa or Asia. These stories shared a core, a place of purity, refuge, and Christian harmony unreachable by ordinary means. Let your thoughts drift here as these stories drifted across centuries. Their paths curved like wind on water, meeting at strange angles, separating again. Sailors spoke of islands seen from afar that vanished upon approach. Naturalists described birds flying in from the west over open ocean. Theories arose that Antilia might have been an early sighting of Cuba or even parts of the Yucatan, seen in distorted light and magnified by hope. But not all who discussed Antilia treated it as metaphor. For some, it remained real well into the age of enlightenment. The Jesuit scholar Athanasius Kircher, known for his encyclopedic curiosity, speculated on the existence of sunken continents and land bridges. He theorized that remnants of an ancient antediluvian land, perhaps even Atlantis, still shaped the Atlantic basin. Maps from the 1600s and 1700s sometimes included shadowy outlines of lost islands, not unlike Antilia, drawn in the hope that something lay beneath the waves. These theories gained quiet companions in the realm of early oceanography. In the 19th century, with advances in undersea mapping, strange ridges and plateaus were found in the mid-Atlantic, such as the Azores Plateau. While entirely natural, these raised regions reminded some of long-lost lands. It was wishful thinking, of course, but the echoes of Antilia rang faintly in those submarine shapes. Let us rest here a moment. Imagine the quiet space between two waves on a windless morning. Not fantasy, but pause. The kind of stillness cartographers knew when facing a blank part of the world. That breath before the line is drawn. Because even if Antillia never existed, it was drawn with conviction. It reflected the sincere desire for safe harbor in a time of turbulence. Drawing that island into being was an act of optimism, not deceit. It was a geography of hope. Tonight, in our quiet reflection, we understand that not all true stories are based on true places. Sometimes, what we need to remember is the reason people believed. Not just that they drew an island, but why. What it represented to a sailor facing endless sea. What it meant to a monarch planning voyages into the unknown. What it offered to a refugee imagining a shore beyond reach. As you begin to settle deeper into rest, you may notice that very little in life vanishes completely. The ghost of Antillia still hums beneath old maps in Lisbon and Madrid. Its name still curls on the page of atlases disguised within the West Indies. And its idea, the idea of a haven hidden in fog, remains alive every time we imagine a land of peace beyond sight. Let your breath ease now, like a breeze slipping across a calm tide. In the next and final part of our journey, we will drift to the last mentions of Antillia in history and gently close the map. As the age of discovery matured into the age of empires, the space once held by Antillia became occupied by certainty. The Pacific was crossed, the Atlantic mapped, and the global grid of latitudes and longitudes tightened its grasp on every known coast. Yet the idea of Antillia had not quite disappeared. It had only changed shape, retreating into poetry, lore, and footnotes. By the 18th century, learned historians began to treat Antillia as an example of pre-Columbian speculation. They noted how maps could be mirrors of cultural desire, not just data. In academic circles, the island was not ridiculed, but studied. It became an artifact of medieval psychology, an early echo of how humans mapped the world not just by land, but by imagination. In Spain and Portugal, archivists began cataloging the charts that once bore Antillia's name. The 1424 Pizzigano map, long forgotten in the archives of Munich, was rediscovered in the 19th century and examined closely. Scholars marveled at the Red Island, so confidently drawn, and wondered what reports had inspired it. Was it a garbled account of Norse voyages, a distorted echo of transatlantic sightings by sailors from the Azores, or simply a fiction created to fill the fearsome expanse west of the known world? We may never know for certain. But we do know this: the belief in Antillia was not isolated. It stood among a host of phantom islands once mapped in earnest. Names like High Brazil Isle of Mam, and Sataneses shared the page with Antillia, each drawn and named with care. Some were based on optical illusions, mirages of coastlines refracted by warm air over cold water. Others were the result of misread logs, second-hand rumors, or hopes too persistent to ignore. Some historians have proposed that Antillia may have originated from early contact between European sailors and the coasts of the Americas, filtered back to Europe as distorted retellings. A ship sailing too far west from the Azores might have glimpsed the tall shores of Cuba or the Bahamas, then turned back before anchoring. Descriptions passed through taverns and royal courts, and eventually became ink on parchment. In a time before longitude, distances, and bearings were fluid, a single miscalculation could place an island hundreds of miles from its true location. Others believe Antillia was not based on any real land at all, but on the enduring myth of sanctuary. In the face of Islamic conquest, the notion of 7 bishops founding Christian cities beyond the horizon offered comfort to a frightened populace. The story spread not because of proof, but because of need. As maps became tools of empire, not imagination, such islands were no longer tolerated. By the 1800s, maritime cartography had evolved into a science of precision. The British Admiralty charts, the French T-Day carts at Plans de la Marine, and the U.S. Coast Survey all adopted strict protocols. Every shoal, reef, and coastline had to be confirmed by instruments and observation. There was no room for Antillia, but still it left a trace. In 1833, the Spanish historian Martin Fernández de Navarrete wrote about the island in his monumental Colección de los Viajes y Descubrimientos, meaning collection of voyages and discoveries. He treated it not as truth, but as a part of the intellectual heritage of Atlantic exploration. Other scholars followed, collecting mentions of Antillia across centuries and manuscripts. Today, fragments of those documents survive in libraries in Florence, Lisbon, and Seville. In these archives, quiet and dimly lit, we find the last flickers of the island. A footnote here, a red crescent shape on yellowing vellum, a label written in Latin, barely legible. Antillia, Insula Deseti, Cedades. And then there is the Caribbean. When Spain began organizing its colonial provinces in the 16th century, the term Antilles entered official vocabulary. The region was divided into the Greater and Lesser Antilles. The name, almost certainly derived from Antillia, took root. It remains to this day on every modern globe and every schoolchild's map. What was once imagined is now printed in bold black ink. This is perhaps the most poetic end to Antillia's journey. Not destroyed or debunked, but transformed. Its spirit, tied to the yearning for a land beyond reach, lives on in real archipelagos. And in that transformation, The line between myth and reality softens like twilight over water. So let your mind settle now, somewhere in that middle space. Not between fact and fiction, but between known and remembered, where legends become landmarks and names survive longer than shapes. Tonight, we have sailed not toward a ghost, but through a record of belief. A journey inked by cautious hands, guided by rumor, hope, and an old compass trembling westward. We followed Antillia from its first mention on parchment, through maps, myths, and monarchs, into the place it now holds. Not on charts, but in quiet memory. You are welcome to rest here at the edge of the known world. If you've enjoyed this voyage across time and water, remember to like and subscribe. Drop a coordinate in the comments below, and maybe your stretch of ocean or hidden cove will guide our next episode. Until then, rest well. The sails are down. The stars are above. And the sea, once filled with imaginary islands, is calm. Good night. Welcome back to another quiet voyage where geography folds into myth and history whispers softly through time. On our second voyage, we drift toward a place that is neither red nor particularly crimson. It is, in truth, more of a blue, a brilliant marine shimmer between deserts and reefs, but they called it the Red Sea anyway. Why? Well, let's just say naming seas is a bit like choosing paint colors at a hardware store. What looks like sunset clay might just be orange to everyone else, and what's red on a map might really be blue in your memory. If that little slip in cartography made you smile, then do me a gentle favor, like, subscribe, and drop a coordinate in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from, and if there's a story unique to your location. I just may pick it for a future story, and maybe we'll set sail there next time. For now, breathe in slowly. The world can wait. Let your shoulders soften. There's no urgency here. The wind has settled, and the sea is quiet. Our lantern is lit. You're safe, comfortable, ready to drift through time. Our story tonight begins along the banks of the Nile, nearly 5,000 years ago. The early Egyptians had already learned the rhythms of the desert and the flooding of the river. But beyond the land, they knew there stretched a mysterious body of water that shimmered between cliffs and coral. To them, it led to Punt, a legendary land of incense, myrrh, and golden animals. Boats from this era weren't built to last like stone, but remnants have been found. Along with logs written on papyrus, soft trails of evidence suggesting that voyages across the Red Sea were very real. These boats, made of tied planks and lashed ropes, were light but capable. Crews sailed with the monsoon winds, always watching the sky and sea for changes. They didn't have compasses, just instinct, practice, and stars. The Red Sea, stretching between Africa and Arabia, is long and narrow, fringed by rocky coasts and shallow reefs. Even now, its waters are some of the saltiest in the world, warmed by the sun and rarely cooled by rain. For those ancient sailors, it was a path, but also a puzzle. They would launch from port near what is now modern-day Suez or Hurghada and hug the coastline, using visual landmarks and wind patterns to guide them southward. By the time the Greeks were sailing these waters around the 1st century, they had started calling it the Erythraean Sea. That word, Erythraean, is Greek for red. But again, the sea wasn't actually red. There are many theories about the name. Some say it refers to nearby mountains that glow a rusty hue at sunset. Others think it might come from algae that bloom during certain seasons, creating reddish patches on the surface. And then there's the idea that red simply meant south in old naming systems, while black meant north, white meant west, and green meant east. Whichever explanation you prefer, it's a beautiful mystery. Greek traders eventually wrote a detailed guidebook for these waters. It was part travelogue, part shipping manual. They recorded the best places to anchor, the timing of the monsoon winds, and the goods exchanged at each port. These weren't grand empires recording their conquests. These were practical people writing notes for the next captain, reminding him that the bay near Myos Hormos is shallow at low tide, or that the people at the next harbor trade in tortoise shell and cinnamon. As you imagine those captains lighting their lamps for another calm night, know that their world was smaller in some ways, but not simpler. Every voyage was a risk. Every successful return was a triumph of observation, patience, and memory. During the Islamic Golden Age, Arab sailors became masters of this sea. They built slender dhows, fast and light, with triangular sails that could catch the gentlest of breezes. They didn't rely on brute force to cross these waters. They listened to the wind, watched the birds, and read the sky. Many used a tool called a kamal, a simple piece of wood with string knots to measure the angle of stars and determine latitude. It wasn't high technology by modern standards, but it worked, and it brought them to India, to East Africa, to islands scattered like salt across the Indian Ocean. The Red Sea was never just a body of water. It was a road, a ribbon connecting languages, ideas, faiths, and goods. Across its surface moved perfumes from Arabia, gold from Africa, silks from China, and spices from the Malabar coast. This wasn't globalization as we know it, but it was a network pulsing gently with exchange. Even pilgrims crossed here. For centuries, Muslims from North Africa and Egypt sailed down the Red Sea toward the port of Jeddah on their way to Mecca. The voyage was not always easy. Storms could rise without warning. Reefs lurked below the surface, but they kept sailing year after year, pulled not by profit, but by devotion. Later still, during the 19th century, the Red Sea became part of a different kind of expansion. The world's empires had grown greedy, and the trade routes had become crowded. The Suez Canal, opened in 1869, changed everything. For the first time, ships could bypass the long, perilous journey around the Cape of Good Hope and travel directly from Europe into the Indian Ocean. It was a marvel of engineering and, to many, a symbol of human control over nature. But to the sea itself, it was just another chapter. The canal turned the Red Sea into a highway. Steamships took over from sails. Ports grew busier. Lighthouses dotted the shore. The sea did not complain. It simply adapted. Even now, in the quiet hours of the night, you can still hear the occasional horn of a distant vessel moving gently down its corridor. This sea, more blue than red, has seen it all. Ancient reed boats and modern tankers, prayer and prophet, myth and measurement. And yet, when you lie still and breathe gently, it returns to silence, the same silence those old sailors once knew. The same gentle hum of waves beneath wooden hulls, the same stars overhead. After the opening of the Suez Canal, life along the Red Sea's edge changed rapidly. Small towns that once served as sleepy ports for wooden dhows grew into sprawling cities filled with docks, cranes, and customs stations. Places like Port, Sudan, Massawa, and Jeddah became gateways to the rest of the world, humming with new languages, unfamiliar currencies, and the endless comings and goings of steamships. But the sea remained as it was, salty, warm, and unpredictable. Sailors still needed to understand its rhythm. Beneath their metal hulls, the same coral reefs waited, still blooming in quiet gardens below the waves. These reefs, home to thousands of species of fish, have grown for millions of years, shaped by tectonic movements and volcanic eruptions that created the sea's unique basin. Some of the coral systems here are among the most resilient in the world, surviving heat waves that bleached others into silence. It is said that the Red Sea's unusually high salinity may be part of the reason. Along the shorelines, Bedouin fishermen continued to cast their nets as their ancestors had. Their boats changed, their villages shifted, but the knowledge passed down stayed the same. They knew where the shoals moved during a full moon and how the tides whispered the secrets of the wind. They had no need for charts drawn in distant cities, for they read the sea like a familiar face. Each breath you take now moves with their memory, the soft in and out of tides and time. There are legends, too, woven between the facts. Some say that when Moses parted the Red Sea, he crossed through a corridor near modern-day Suez. Whether or not the geography matches the ancient tale, it is true that this sea, long and narrow, is shallow enough in places to walk through at low tide if the wind and moon agree. Pilgrims who passed this way often sang of that miracle, using the sea not only as a route, but as a reminder of something divine. Faith and geography shared the same path, like two shadows dancing over the same water. Throughout the 20th century, the Red Sea was both a source of power and tension. Colonial powers built outposts along its shores. Italy took Eritrea. The British fortified Aden. The French kept their eyes on Djibouti. Trade increased, but so did surveillance. Then came the wars, first for independence, then between neighbors. At one point, the Suez Canal was shut for 8 years, from 1967 to 1975, leaving dozens of ships stranded in what became known as the Yellow Fleet. They anchored in the Great Bitter Lake, slowly becoming floating communities. Their crews stuck between two worlds and two wars. Life aboard those ships was surreal. Men fished from their decks, played chess across gangways, and painted murals on steel walls to pass the time. Some organized their own postal service. Others raised flags of imaginary nations. It was a quiet protest against a conflict they couldn't control. And through it all, the sea rolled gently beneath them, indifferent and eternal. In more recent years, the Red Sea has again captured global attention. Not for myths or miracles, but for its strategic importance. Major shipping lanes pass through it now, carrying everything from oil to electronics. At its southern mouth lies the Bab el-Mandeb, the Gate of Tears, a narrow strait that connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden. The name itself suggests something somber, and indeed, many sailors have perished there in storms or conflict. Yet it is also a point of connection, a place where the African and Arabian plates meet, where cultures blend, and where tectonic pressure slowly pulls the continents apart. That rift, which formed the Red Sea to begin with, continues to widen each year by a few millimeters. One day, geologists say, the sea could become an ocean, separating the Arabian Peninsula from Africa entirely. But not in our lifetime, not even close. For now, the sea remains narrow, long, and cradled between two ancient lands that have always spoken to each other across its waters. As you drift into stillness, picture the wind-stilled dhows of Yemen, their sails hanging loose in the heat of midday. or the pearl divers of Sudan, their breath held deep under the waves, or the spice traders of Oman, who knew each island by its scent before they saw it. These were not explorers in the heroic sense. They were workers, families, travelers. They were the real heartbeat of the sea. And beneath it all, the creatures of the reef swam as they always had. Parrotfish grazing on coral, manta rays gliding past shipwrecks. Even in places of war and shipping congestion, the sea has its quiet places. Divers today can still find ancient amphorae from Roman ships, long broken open by the tide. And if you listen closely enough in the silence, it is said you can hear the sea holding all these stories at once, like shells lined neatly along a shore. So, as you lie here now, your body weightless in the hush of this narration, know that this sea was never about its color. Red, blue, or silver in the moonlight. It was always about the space between past and present, between myth and memory, between one continent and another. It asks nothing of you but to drift and notice. In the early hours of morning, before the sun touches the cliffs of Ras Mohammed or the sandbanks of Farasin, the sea is at its most honest. No sails stir. The coral fans flutter just slightly in the undercurrent. And if you were standing on a vessel's deck, barefoot against aged wood, you might feel you were suspended above time itself. This is the same sea Cleopatra may have glimpsed from the eastern edge of her kingdom. The same waters early Christians crossed to escape persecution. The same route caravans used when the incense trade dried up inland, and they took to the sea instead. The Red Sea, long before engines, long before ports had cranes and satellite dishes, was already a thoroughfare for devotion, migration, and survival. And always there were the maps. For hundreds of years, European cartographers struggled to depict this winding stretch of water accurately. Some early maps depicted it sideways or curved, with Egypt and the Arabian Peninsula squashed unnaturally close. It wasn't until Arabic and Ottoman nautical charts were brought westward that a more truthful silhouette of the Red Sea began to emerge. But maps were more than geographic tools. They were declarations of understanding and often of control. Each line traced was a wish. Each name placed was a claim. So when early Portuguese explorers made their way into the sea in the 16th century, they redrew it yet again, not only on parchment, but with garrisons and forts, changing names to suit new tongues. Yet no matter how many maps were drawn, or how many stories were told, the sea itself remained unchanged. What mattered was not what they called it, but how it was known to those who relied on it. To the Hadrami traders of Yemen, it was a bridge. To the Bija people of Sudan, it was a gift. to the Egyptian fishermen from Qusair or Safaga. It was both a risk and a provider. These people didn't need maps. They had memory, current, starlight, and instinct. Even today, as tankers cross the Red Sea carrying goods worth millions, you can still find moments of perfect stillness. At night, on the decks of smaller vessels, crew members sometimes sit alone, sipping tea, watching the stars align above the dark water. They may not think of the ancient voyages or the coral kingdoms below, but they are part of that same quiet tradition, one built not on conquest, but on watching, listening, and passing safely through. The sea has never been red. That is, perhaps, the smallest of its mysteries. But, like all great misnamings, it gives us a reason to ask, to investigate, and to remember. It reminds us that names are only part of the story, that there are deeper truths beneath the surface, waiting quietly. So if you ever find yourself near its shores on a calm evening as the heat begins to fall, and the first star appears above the waves, know that you are sharing something ancient, a silence spoken by thousands before you, a route mapped not in ink, but in wake and wind. Let that be your final thought. A warm sea, forever misnamed, cradling stories as deep as the rift that formed it. Rest in that quiet. Thank you for sailing with me. If you haven't yet, consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing your current coordinate in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from, and maybe next time we'll find something hidden just off your chosen shore. Now, close your eyes. Let the tide pull softly on your thoughts and drift slowly into sleep. Welcome to our next exploration into the curiosity of 17th century mapmakers who once drew secret entrances at the poles, suggesting our Earth was hollow beneath the surface. It's a bit ironic that their maps had holes in them long before our data had holes in the poles. Anyway, if you enjoy these voyages into forgotten geography, please like, subscribe, and drop your coordinate in the comments so we know where you're listening from. And who knows, we just might visit it in a future story. Now, get comfortable, let your breath soften, and feel the hush of ancient maps unfolding beneath your thoughts. Our story today begins with the work of Athanasius Kircher, a Jesuit scholar in 1665 who published Mundus Subterraneus, a book imagining cavern systems, underground oceans, and hidden springs beneath the Earth's crust. He proposed that the poles connected to inner chambers, which explained underground rivers and volcanic activity. He described waterways flowing beneath the surface, whispering rumors long before explorers dared their quills. A few decades later, in 1692, astronomer Edmund Halley, who later lent his name to that famous comet, entered the discussion. He noted odd compass readings near the poles and speculated that Earth might consist of spherical shells with gaps between them, possibly illuminated and inhabited within. He even suggested escaping gases from these interior spaces might power the auroras. His concentric sphere model was sincere and mathematically derived, though we now know Earth's interior is molten, not empty. Let your breath slow. Picture Halley in candlelit study, drawing circles within circles on parchment as the world slumbers unnoticed outside. Over the 17th and early 18th centuries, these ideas surfaced on maps. Illustrations began showing polar openings, big enough for ships and internal seas within. Cartographers like Mercator and earlier derived images from medieval texts like Inventio Fortunata described magnetic mountains and seas flowing down through polar chasms. These drawings weren't fluff. They reflected contemporary debates about geology, magnetism, and the unknown. Your breathing remains calm, like soft currents beneath the Earth's crust. You imagine the weight of those old maps in your hands, the smooth vellum, the careful ink. In 1818, Captain John Cleves Sims Jr., an American veteran and lecturer, took these ideas public. He declared that the Earth was hollow, habitable inside, and open at the poles by thousands of miles. He invited explorers to join an expedition to the North Pole to find fertile land and inner warmth. Some universities and even congressmen listened. Sims toured the eastern United States, speaking passionately about polar holes filled with life and sums. Though his theory was eventually debunked, he influenced early polar exploration, contributing to the momentum that led to scientific expeditions decades later. You're breathing slower now, feeling the hush of curiosity that drove Sims and his audiences to dream of hidden worlds beneath their feet. Literary works also took hold. In 1741, Ludwig Holberg published Niels Klim's Subterranean Travels, describing a journey through a polar opening into inner worlds inhabited by strange beings. These stories were not just flights of fancy. They echoed earlier theories and carried philosophical reflection on paradise, authority, and the unknown depths of existence. As you drift deeper into relaxation, remember, this is not fiction. It was once serious speculation, one of many ways people tried to explain volcanic gas, earthquakes, auroras, and compass anomalies before geology became a mature science. By the mid-19th century, sonar, seismology, and geophysics revealed solid layers inside Earth. Halley's and Sims's models lost credibility. Yet the idea of a hollow Earth persisted in fringe literature and even conspiracy theories. In 1906, William Reed's Phantom of the Poles revived the notion, citing explorers' inability to reach the pole and proposing that hidden inner continents hosted unseen civilizations. Think of Reed as a bridge between early hypotheses and modern explorers. His theory faded as real explorers like Admiral Byrd flew over the poles and scientists mapped the interior by recording seismic waves. Take another breath, smooth and deep, like descending into subterranean caverns. You are floating gently. Tonight, our journey drifts through vaulted maps and philosophical books. A candlelight study in 1665, a lecture hall in 1818, an Antarctic base in 1950. They all held the same question: what lies beneath? Earth's interior turned out to be molten. Yet, the longing for hidden worlds remains part of our collective imagination. The caves we explore, the deep mines, the subways beneath cities, they echo the ancient yearning to go inward. So rest now, held by the stillness of time and the softness of ideas once drawn on maps. Sleep is near, gentle as a drifting echo of halcyon afternoons spent tracing circuits of mystery. As the 20th century dawned, the idea of a hollow Earth moved further from academic inquiry and into the shadowy folds of fiction, speculation, and myth. But to understand how enduring the concept became, we must continue tracing the real lives and accounts of those who shaped, chased, or were haunted by it. As the polar regions were mapped more thoroughly by expeditions, the gaps in knowledge began to close. Norwegian explorer Fridtjof Nansen sailed into the Arctic in the 1890s aboard the Fram, not in search of a hollow world, but to reach the North Pole by letting his ship drift with the ice. Along the way, he noted strange phenomena, temperatures rising where they should drop, and subtle shifts in magnetic direction. For those clinging to hollow Earth hopes, these anomalies offered fuel. But Nansen never found a polar opening. What he did find, however, was silence, ice, and deep geological time. In 1926, American aviator Richard E. Byrd completed the first flight over the North Pole. He saw only ice. Later, in 1956, he flew over the South Pole as part of Operation Deep Freeze. Decades later, rumors began to swirl that Byrd had recorded sightings of lush land within the pole, something inconsistent with official logs. These rumors would become the lifeblood of later conspiracy theories. But Byrd's actual journals and published accounts describe no such thing. Still, even in the face of fact, the myth endured. Take a moment to breathe. Inhale slowly You're standing on snow now, beneath the midnight sun. All is quiet except the creak of distant ice. The persistence of this belief into modern times has less to do with geography and more to do with longing. People have always imagined realms below a land of the dead, a sanctuary of the pure, or a place where the troubles of the surface world do not exist. The hollow earth is simply the echo of an older, archetypal yearning. In Norse mythology, there is Svartalfheim, the realm of dwarves buried deep in the earth. In Buddhism, Agartha is said to be a hidden world inside the planet where peace reigns eternal. These are not cartographic truths, but human ones. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, stories featuring the hollow earth flourished. Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth imagined a prehistoric world beneath the crust. Edgar Rice Burroughs' Pellucidar series described a sunlit inner realm of dinosaurs and adventure. These tales, while fictional, borrowed from theories already circulating for over 200 years. You're breathing slower now, carried by words, drifting like a vessel in fog. One curious entry into this history is the case of Admiral Byrd's supposed secret diary. Circulated decades after his death, it claimed he encountered a land with mammoths and an advanced race living inside the earth. However, no credible historian or Byrd's biographer has ever authenticated such a document. His official records contradict it entirely. Still, the idea persists, like a story too beloved to discard. The diary, real or not, became a talisman for those who believe that ancient cartographers may have known something we forgot. It's important to note that 17th century and even early 18th century maps often contained speculative elements. Map makers did not separate art from fact the way modern cartographers do. Their maps were repositories of rumor, myth, exploration, and theology. They drew from classical texts, travelers' tales, and the gaps left by incomplete data. The presence of monstrous creatures, mysterious islands, and polar holes was not necessarily deceitful. It was their way of acknowledging mystery. In 1595, Gerardus Mercator published a map of the Arctic showing 4 landmasses separated by rivers flowing inward to a great whirlpool. At the center, a magnetic black rock, Rups nigra, pulled compass needles with invisible force. This concept didn't spring from nowhere. Mercator cited Inventio Fortunata, a now lost 14th century manuscript said to describe voyages to the far north. Although no copies of the Inventio remain, its echoes influenced centuries of maps. Now imagine those maps unrolling across oak desks lit by oil lamp as scholars argued over translations and alignments. Their world was vast and uncertain. The poles were not simply cold and remote. They were apertures into wonder. Let your mind rest here, Let the lines of those maps blur gently as we move through history. Even today, the legacy of the hollow earth persists in subtle ways. Not in academia, of course, but in culture. Films, novels, games, and speculative fiction keep the idea alive. The concept shows up in conspiracy forums, in adventure stories, and in the metaphors we use. People still speak of going deep, of inner truths, of hitting rock bottom only to find something unexpected. In geology, we now understand Earth as layered: crust, mantle, outer core, inner core. Tremors ripple differently through each, revealing structure through motion. But the poetry of the hollow earth is not geological. It is mythological. It is about retreat, discovery, and reflection. You are drifting now, deeply relaxed. You are no longer standing at the poles. You are somewhere beneath, where maps become ideas and the world folds in on itself. The noise of the surface has faded, and still the water runs deep below, quiet and slow, the same way it was once imagined by Kircher and Halley, drawn in rings and spheres by candlelight. As we drift toward the present, it's worth pausing over why the hollow earth story never quite disappeared, even as evidence stacked solidly against it. It lives not because it is likely, but because it is liminal. The hollow earth exists on the border between truth and tale, where doubt and wonder hold hands. In the early 20th century, as polar exploration grew more precise, aerial photography and seismology silenced the physical possibility of great cavities beneath the poles. Geologists confirm the mantle's depth and the planet's molten interior, capable of churning tectonic plates and spawning volcanoes, but incapable of hosting vast open caverns. Still, the story shifted instead of ending. It took root in fiction again, sprouting in unexpected places. In 1947, science fiction author Raymond W. Bernard published his version of the hollow earth idea. He wove in Eastern philosophy, Atlantis, and aerial photographs that he claimed showed polar entrances. His work lacked scientific basis, but gained a small, dedicated following. Breathe softly here. You are reading from a shelf tucked in the quiet corner of an old library, dust motes suspended in a shaft of golden light. The air is still, and the silence is full of questions. In the Cold War era, the hollow earth began to mingle with fears of hidden bases and secret civilizations. Some imagined that survivors of ancient cataclysms or advanced lost civilizations, like Atlantis or Lemuria, had taken shelter within the earth. Others proposed that UFOs originated not from distant galaxies, but from inside the earth itself. These theories often tied into larger anxieties about power, secrecy, and the limits of perception. But beneath these wild ideas is a very human impulse, to find sanctuary, to believe in unexplored realms when the surface world feels too known or too harsh. The hollow earth became a place where danger and safety mixed in equal measure, a metaphor for the inner self. There are modern versions too. Hollow earth theories occasionally echo through the digital canyons of online communities. You'll find colorful diagrams, repurposed satellite images, and an unwavering belief that the earth holds secrets beneath the crust. These communities often link older maps, explorers' accounts, and outdated texts with their modern interpretations, creating a lineage of legend that spans centuries. Some cite strange satellite data, polar anomalies, or unexplainable geological readings. But when examined with care, these clues often trace back to misunderstandings, misreadings, or deliberate embellishments. Take one last breath here and picture that moment in 1665 when Athanasius Kircher dipped his quill into ink and tried to sketch the earth as he believed it might be, full of caverns, fire, water, and wind. He did not know what we know now, but he was not trying to deceive. He was trying to understand. The maps of that era reflect a blend of imagination and knowledge, equal parts science and story. They included what was known, what was believed, and what was hoped. The hollow earth is not so much a geographical space as a psychological one, a symbol of inwardness, a story of going deeper, of discovering something unexpected beneath what seems solid. And now, in this moment, with your eyes heavy and your thoughts softening, you rest at the bottom of that journey. You followed the old lines drawn by scholars and adventurers who stared into white spaces on their maps and dreamed. You've walked alongside Edmund Halley as he puzzled over magnetic patterns and imagined concentric shells. You've stood in snowy silence with Fridtjof Nansen recording winds that didn't behave. You've flown with Admiral Byrd, scanning the endless white for signs of something more. You've sat quietly in candlelit rooms with Jesuits, explorers, mystics, and dreamers. And now you sleep with them, not because the earth is hollow, but because the story is full. So if this journey has brought you comfort, if it has whispered gently into the edges of your imagination, please like and subscribe. Drop a coordinate in the comments below. Maybe it's a city. Maybe it's a reef. Maybe it's a mountain peak in your memory. Let's visit it together in a future story. But for now, all is still. All is quiet. Sleep well. Welcome to our final gentle journey of the night into legendary southern shores. Terra Australis Incognita, a vast, unknown continent drawn on European maps long before Australia was confirmed real. It's funny how they once believed the world needed a giant southern landmass just to keep itself from tipping over. I'm looking at you, flat earthers. If this makes you grin, please like, subscribe, and drop a coordinate in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from, and maybe we'll explore your coast in a future voyage. Now settle in, breathe deeply, and feel the soft hush of ancient maps unfurling around you. Our story today begins with the idea itself. Long before globes were fully accurate, scholars from Aristotle to Ptolemy theorized a great southern land to balance the weight of known continents. This concept appeared in Ptolemy's Geographic, and centuries later in the 1570 World Atlas by Ortelius. On Ortelius's maps, we see Terra Australis Nondum Cognita, a land drawn boldly at the bottom of the globe, uncharted but expected to exist, balancing Europe, Asia, and Africa above it. Take a breath and imagine early cartographers illuminating parchments in candlelight, shading seas and continents based on theory more than observation. They drew vast coastlines and mountain ranges in outline, full of promise and mystery. These maps were less about proof and more about possibility. By the 1600s, Dutch and Portuguese explorers had rounded Cape Horn and charted much of Australia's northern and western coasts. Willem Janszoon in 1606 and Abel Tasman in the 1640s revealed that, in truth, the imagined southern continent was splitting into islands and peninsulas. That opaque mass of Terra Australis shrank and shifted with every voyage. This shift became clearer during Captain James Cook's second voyage, from 1772 to 1775. Cook sailed well past New Zealand into Antarctic latitudes and found no temperate southern continent hiding there. He returned with detailed journals confirming that what mapmakers had hoped for simply didn't exist. Terra Australis remained no longer a place of coral coves and blank spaces, but a conceptual footnote in the history of exploration. Still, the idea lingered. It survived in imaginative accounts of coral gardens and strange creatures, in speculation about lost civilizations, and in the name of future Australia itself. In 1814, explorer Matthew Flinders suggested calling the real continent Australia. The southern land that had once been Terra Australis. He argued that the old idea belonged to myth, and so the name endured, real and mapped. Now take another gentle breath. You are floating between fact and imagination, following the outlines of places that were once pure projection, later revealed as real islands and reefs. Let's explore the idea of coral isles that once glimmered on these invisible coasts. Early European rumors hinted at vast coral reefs south of Asia, glimpsed by Portuguese and Dutch sailors. Some speculated that these reefs marked temperate bays, suitable for anchorage. Others supposed they enclosed lagoons full of echoing bird calls and strange shells. One such fleeting vision was of Java, La Grande, on the Dieppe maps in the mid-1500s, which some believe traced parts of northern Australia, though that remains disputed. These maps blended hearsay from mariners with artistic license. Coral gardens shimmered in the imagined tropics of the unknown south, suggesting islands wasted with color and life. Meanwhile, indigenous people had known Australia's coral reefs for tens of thousands of years. The First Nations and Torres Strait Islanders moved across these waters, speaking of mollusks, turtles, dugongs, swifts of fish, and seasonal winds. Their knowledge filled places where European theory once left empty space. Where blank parchment met oyster reef, they charted countless miles of coastline in memory and song. With every European voyage, Tasman's near New Guinea, Dampier's exploration of the Northwest, Cook's passages past Norfolk Island, the great southern continent shrank again and again. Yet remnants of Terra Australis floated on in poetic accounts as places where coral and timber might meet old world trees and dancing birds. By the late 18th century, the concept was fading. Scientific voyages prioritized accuracy over imagination. Nonetheless, Terra Australis lived on in literature. Satirical travelogues, utopian tales, and speculative fiction about paradises at the world's bottom. But you are drifting now, held by the soft current of this narrative. Each name, Ortelius, Janzoon, Flinders, marks a step toward reality. Each breath slows with the descent of the world's mystery into known geography. Rest your thoughts here. The imagined coral shores of Terra Australis have given way to real ones. The great balancing continent has arrived, shaped and real, under the name Australia. Still, the sweet idea of undiscovered reefs shimmering in southern light remains part of its poetic birthplace. By the time Australia was formally charted and named in the 19th century, the last remnants of Terra Australis on European maps had been erased or absorbed. And yet, the imagined beauty of its coastlines, the symmetry it gave to the world, lived on, not only in name, but in the natural splendor that the real southern lands revealed. The Great Barrier Reef, stretching over 2,300 kilometers off the northeast coast of modern Australia, may not have been the coral necklace early explorers imagined lining a southern continent, but it was far more alive than they ever dreamed. As the largest living structure on Earth, it holds over 600 types of coral and more than 1,500 species of fish. Sailors like Cook encountered its jagged shallows firsthand when the Endeavour ran aground on a coral outcrop near Cape Tribulation in 1770. That grounding nearly ended the voyage and forced the crew into hasty repairs on shore. The reef, though beautiful, was as dangerous as it was dazzling. Still, even before Cook's misfortune, indigenous Australians had moved across these islands and waters for generations. Their maps were not drawn in ink, but remembered in stories, songs, and ceremony. They passed knowledge of tides and currents, of stingrays and seasonal blooms, from one elder to the next. In this way, the imagined world of Terra Australis was already known, just not by the names printed in Europe. As for the southernmost lands, the vast ice of Antarctica eventually replaced the myth of Terra Australis incognita. Though rarely visited until the 19th century, its mass confirmed that a continent did lie in the far south, but not the paradise imagined. Instead of lush coral coves, explorers like James Clark Ross found sheer white cliffs, katabatic winds, and silence so deep it rang in the ears. Yet even this unforgiving landscape held secrets. Beneath its ice lay mountain ranges, vast freshwater lakes, and the slow glacial movement of Earth's memory. The dreams of Terra Australis had not disappeared. They had simply taken new form, no longer a guess, but a reality that defied imagination in the opposite direction. And what of the coral isles themselves? Across the Indian Ocean and South Pacific, islands like the Maldives, Tuvalu, Kiribati, and the Torres Strait Archipelago remind us that coral can become continent in miniature. These low-lying lands, built from the skeletons of reef polyps, emerge and disappear with rising seas and ancient rhythms. Their histories are delicate, deeply tied to wind and current, and their peoples still rely on knowledge passed through generations, not always in books, but in hands and hearts. One might say the idea of Terra Australis incognita was not entirely wrong, only mislocated. The world did hold southern treasures. They were just smaller, more intimate, and already spoken for. The continent that Europe dreamed of was less a landmass than a mirror, a reflection of desire, symmetry, and the limits of understanding. Even now, traces of that myth drift on. In the name Australis, in the aurora australis that lights up southern skies, in the scientific stations dotting the edge of Antarctica, and in the endless efforts to map and remap the ocean floor. The dream of balance, of a world evenly weighted, still haunts geography. Let your thoughts settle there, between known and unknown, between coral and continent. Imagine yourself seated beside an old mapmaker, quill in hand, trying to draw something you believe must be true, but have never seen. You shade coastlines gently, filling in blank corners with crescent islands, reefs, and imagined harbors. Not to deceive, but to complete the picture. The beauty of Terra Australis was always that it offered possibility. It left space for the world to be more than it appeared. It invited curiosity, the kind that asks not only what is there, but why it matters. And as long as there are places yet unmapped in the sea or in ourselves, that idea still lives. Now breathe in and breathe out. The maps are rolled away. The ships are docked. The myths are gently asleep, waiting for morning. When Matthew Flinders circled and charted the coast of the continent between 1801 and 1803, he offered more than measurements. He gave the world its clearest shape of Australia yet, sketching its outline with enough precision to erase the last doubts about Terra Australis incognita. Flinders insisted on the name Australia, replacing New Holland and New South Wales, and anchoring the continent not in borrowed European names, but in the mythic roots of southern discovery. His maps, now housed in libraries and museums, show a clean, final sweep of coastline. The fantasy was replaced by fact, and yet that shift didn't end the mystery. It simply redirected it. With the continent named and outlined, new questions emerged. What lay beneath the soil? What stories had been sung here long before sails broke the horizon? Who had walked these shores before any compass needle pointed south? In Aboriginal songlines, the geography of Australia is not only physical, but spiritual. Each path through land or sea is tied to ancestral beings who shaped it, and the act of moving through that landscape recalls their presence. In a way, these ancient maps carry the same beauty as Terra Australis, though they are deeply grounded in experience rather than imagination. Where European maps once speculated, Aboriginal memory knew. Far to the south, the waters between Australia and Antarctica remained perilous and rarely traveled. Here, in the deep southern ocean, the cold grows quiet. Albatross wheel in widening circles. Whales travel ancient migratory routes, drawn not by compass, but instinct. This sea is not lined with coral. It's sharp and dark and full of storms, but it completes the southern boundary of what the world once hoped to find, a vast balance to the lands above. In the 20th century, as polar exploration intensified and sonar revealed the topography of ocean floors, the illusion of Terra Australis slipped even further into the pages of history. And yet, curiously, it never fully disappeared from popular culture. It remained alive in novels, atlases for children, speculative fiction, and even in the decorative compass roses of modern maps. Perhaps because Terra Australis wasn't only a cartographic error, it was a story the world needed for a time, a placeholder for wonder. It told people that the unknown still existed, that something magnificent waited at the bottom of the world, that hope is not so easy to erase, even with accurate coordinates. And while the continent of Australia is very real, made of desert plains, eucalyptus forests, and coral reefs. The poetic glow of its imagined predecessor still lingers in the name. It's there in the way maps used to curl their southern edges, in the way the wind speaks across the reef flats at low tide, and in the way sailors once whispered about lands they hadn't seen but still believed in. Tonight, you have wandered gently through that world, through the hollows of parchment and ink, through coral lagoons that flickered only in dreams, through stories of explorers who reached further than their knowledge, and through the quiet truths that indigenous people carried all along. So let your mind return now. The tides have slowed. The charts are full. There are no more empty corners on the globe, but there is still room, always, for wonder. If this journey brought you peace, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share a coordinate in the comments. We just might visit the memory that lives at that latitude in a future episode. Close your eyes now. Let the imagined coral isles drift past, and sleep with the weight of the world evenly balanced, north and south, above and below. Good night.